And the referee gives the go-ahead. Watford get cracking. Helping it on. Watford having a decent little spell of possession here in the Wrexham half. Kieran brings it down nicely and is allowed to turn by Longman. Drills a shot wide.
Yeah, it's a nice ball in initially from Cipriano, just breaks the lines, and then Watford just find that little bit of space. Like you said, I don't think Wrexham will be too pleased with how they shaped up to it defensively.
James looks left over the top. There's good runners here. There's a great ball for Windass right side the box. Drills it. Oh, what a goal! What a goal by Josh Windass. The pass from Matty James was perfection over the top. And Windass in the right channel sets himself and just drills it across the keeper and inside the far post. He scored a similar goal in pre-season at Groningen when Wrexham knocked a great ball over the top, and he had the composure to let it drop in front of him and smash it first time. Wow, that was special.
Well, it's brilliant, isn't it? Like you say, Matty James deserves a lot of praise. He's got so much time that deep on the pitch, and he just puts it on a plate, really. Not that that's an easy finish by any means. Josh Windass eyes on it all the way, and then he just looks so comfortable with it, doesn't he? He's just so natural in those areas. The technique, you fancy him all day long. What a start.
More Lewis O'Brien, etc.
And just there, Dobson stepping in and nicking it from Kayembe. When Watford get it back, they go long, and Doyle finds O'Brien. McLean trying to cut inside a Banquo, recovered well to get the tackle in. Now Wrexham have left some space in behind. Mama's breaking forwards. Kierumgaard's in the middle. Doumbia too. Doumbia, edge of the day, drills a shot just over. Oh, it's in. Wow, we were caught out there massively. I must be honest, I thought it was on its way over.
Deflection.
And spun in. Wow. But we left the back door open.
Well, we were in really good possession of it, hence why Doyle ends up going on the overlap around him and has just had the ball taken off him by Bangwa, and then they're breaking. Mama plays a ball into Doumbia, lets it come across his body. There seems to be players in his way, and he just pulls the trigger from outside the box, and I think it hits the back of Max and in off the underside of the bar.
On the left-hand side now, Mama rips in a right-footed cross. Hyam heads it away. Cipriano, though, will cushion it back inside. Kayembe put under pressure by Dobson. Forced away from goal. Squares it. Luzan a bit of space. Carries it to the edge of the area. Right-hand side. Dinks a cute little cross in. It drops loose, and it's loose again. The shot comes in, and Watford take the lead. Mama, after the initial chance, had fallen for Bola, who again had taken that narrow possession coming forwards from left-back. Challenge stopped him, but Mama was quickly onto that and ripped it past Okonkwo from close range, left-hand side the box. And suddenly Wrexham are behind from a game which, after half an hour, we look to be in control of.
Well, absolutely that. You've got to give Watford a lot of credit, but this goal shouldn't happen. I think Ryan Longman's just got to get something on it. He's got to clear that ball, clear his lines. And it just drops, doesn't it, to Mama, who's just then in all sorts of space. It's a good finish near post to beat Arthur Okonkwo.
O'Brien sweeps it in under the bar, and Doyle hits the bar with his contacts. It drops loose. Pyam can't hit it. It spins to O'Brien, he slams it over. Well, Doyle hit it. I think it more hit his shoulder and span up and hit the bar. And when it came back out, O'Brien just couldn't keep his shot down. But wow, that was a scrappy moment that could have given us a way back in there.
Yeah, it's a great chance for Callum Doyle off the initial ball in from the corner. I think, like you say, I just don't think he connects with it cleanly at all, does he? You fancy, just as it comes in, I thought it was just going to land on his head like it does.
He finds James, and again Watford have commenced a lot of players forwards, and Dobson, great ball. Longman has got Bowler isolated, 4 men in the box. He whips it in, looking for Moore. It's too high. He goes down. Wrexham scream for the penalty. Not given. Moore has stayed down. McLean pulls it back. Windass. Moore is still on his back in the 6-yard box as Doyle rips it in, and O'Brien mishits it. That was a real chance on the penalty spot. Clear sight of goal, and he mishits it wide.
Penalty shout on Kiefer Moore. I think he just gets sandwiched. Really, there might be a little shove in the back from a Banquar on him from behind, and then he just gets caught in between, doesn't he? And it's a bit of, you can see why he stayed down. I think he definitely takes a whack, but then it just falls again to that man, Lewis O'Brien. Just on that ball back in. He just can't, again, quite get hold of it.
Well, Wrexham been really good since the second goal. Attacked with purpose, kept the ball, and we've had chances, but not been able to take them, and somehow we go into 1 down.
Had to overhit it a bit more really and not allow it to end up in Watford's box.
Good foot in by Hyam, high up the pitch now then O'Brien. Good ball to the edge of the area, back to goal, Moore holds it well, works it wide, cross comes in, takes a deflection, kind deflection for Selvik, who takes it comfortably. McLean's cross deflected, and that's a good ball around the back of Cleworth. Keremgard into the box, tight angle, hits it. Okonkwo saves of his feet. Doumbia with the rebound, hits the side netting.
It takes a lucky deflection, like you say, for Watford, and Selvik's quick. He knows Watford are best going forward on that counter. He sends them on their way, and they break really well. It's a decent strike, good save by Okonkwo.
Seemed to hit his armpit and dropped loose and was half cleared. Longman beats his man. That's good, he's isolated. Oh, he stumbles on the ball. He's kept going though, and he stands it to the far post. Moore creates a loose ball with that's what a save! Hyam, another save and another off the line, and it's offside. Well, that was insanity, that.
No, that's why he's their number one. That's why he's come straight back into this squad after being injured. And it's just such a scramble, really, isn't it? In there, just couldn't really follow where that ball was going to end up. Just expected it to end up in the back of the net like it does. I think it is offside, isn't it? That was obviously the right decision.
That's with the away swinger, steps up, stands it beyond the far post. A great header by Pollock. Rathbone edge of the area, there for the shot. Rathbone scores! The Hummingbird strikes! Oh, what a hit! What a story! Rathbone with his left foot slams it in the bottom right corner.
We've missed you. We've certainly missed them strikes from outside the area. And what a time to get one back. And there's still time in this game for Wrexham to go again.
Charlton, Barnsley come to mind as he drives on the edge of that box. Great strike with his weaker foot, drills into that bottom corner. What a hit.
He's added 2 minutes already onto the 6, and he should have at least a couple more. Cross into a dangerous area. Okonkwo does brilliantly with a punch. Can Wrexham break? Sheaf is grabbed hold of by Cipriano. That is so cynical. Anyway, Okonkwo goes long. Moore wins the header. Hardy's offside, surely. He wasn't. Oh, but he put it over. It wasn't the easiest finish. Tightish angle, and he had to take it early as it was bouncing. But that was a half chance.
Well, he wasn't offside either.
No. And there's the final whistle, and the Wrexham fans stand to applaud. Remember, you can go and see Mia and Andy now on Wrexham's YouTube channel for Wrexham Live. But, wow, Wrexham draw at home against Watford. We expected it to be dramatic. It certainly was dramatic. The final score is Wrexham 2, Watford 2.